All right, I was interrupted by a caller, so I was rolling through the division and talking about the coloration. Maybe I was getting ahead of myself anyhow. But here's the 12 hues, also known as colors. And red, yellow, and blue with your lightening agent of white and your darkening agent of black will be your tools to build the whole thing. So the hue is the color itself. The tint is the lightener. The shade is the black darkener, and the tone is the optional. Add black and white to get a gray and get a fourth value. You need 3. So here's your tools. In addition to brushes, which they were in the box somewhere. I had a little bin of brushes down in there. There's a few brushes. I'll hold them up. Maybe I'll post a photo of that. But I think it's more important to say, hey, we're going to acrylic. These are the Walmart ones. Look, the primaries, red, yellow, blue, white, and black. They might even have the price on them, do they? I don't know. These are cheaper. And you can get a red, the plaid affordables, flag red. Just get something that looks close to the primary. These will give you the straight aheads, as will Liquitex. If you want to do Liquitex basics, they're going to tell you that it's a primary red. But if you want to go big with little dollars, the plaid, the folk art ones, get as close as you can to a straight yellow, a straight red, a straight blue with a black and a white, and you're good. And then once you lay this thing out, you're going to trace another one, because you're going to cut them out, and those will be your picture planes that you might have to fiddle around on. I already said, hey, draw 6 or 7 possibilities of your Zodiac sign, and once you get a good one, it's going to have to fit into a weird picture plane. I like cropping. Let's look at some of the stuff that students have done in the past before I show you how you're going to do the cut and paste old school. Art Appreciator did planets and the sky, and I think it's kind of interesting, and the cloud is cropped and the planet won't quite fit because the picture plane is like a windshield. You'd have to keep going to the right. It's cut off because a windshield is there fixed in space. Here's a really good design one from yesteryear. We're doing Zodiac signs. We haven't always done that, so we probably have to ask Julie, whose name's not on it, precisely exactly what type of theme or idea her symbol started with. This is a nice one with Ninja Turtles, and this is really cool in that you can see the 3 values pretty clearly. You might have to look a little bit, but he did drawings in light and dark values over the top to kind of bring that sun / Ninja Turtle / all the tattooing type of detail and flash in. And I mean, if you're aware of rhythm and repetition, you could see it on our tessellations. This is an example of the bonus. You can do almost any which way you want. My planner has an elephant with repeats. And this is an example that we were doing in art appreciation with a dog and a cat for opposites, getting started in mixing, which, why don't I just show you how you can lay out your paint by number. Once you've got an idea, you've got to figure out how it can be big enough and bold enough to do the flat fill. Unlike the tessellations, where you may have done a lot of washes and had variety, this one's going to be more of a solid width flat feel. So I'm going to set this down real close to that blue guy for a second. Cut the rest of this on that arc. I've already redrawn Gael. He's the dog right there that's fiddling around. Hey, Gael, you going to say hi? Look, there he is. There he is. And he's cropped. And when you have a good one, I would do it sketching like you're used to. Then you could either draw it in here or put this over the top and figure it out. It is going to fit in to each of those 12 arcs that you'll lay out. 1 of them, 2 of them, and sometimes my students, it's not as good as drawing it with the ruler, but they'll take the pizza slice and they'll mark it and they'll draw it, which could work. But check it out, cut and paste, old school style, and the way Ed has people do it in printmaking, and the way you might want to do it if you have tracing paper so you can see the front and back is do it on tracing paper, but you cover the back with graphite. And as you lay this in the arc, and we're going to do 2 designs. So you can have synonyms or antonyms or variations to give it a little bit more variety. So you could have the left half of the dog and maybe the tail end of the dog, or you could have a dog and a cat. What is your zodiac sign? That's what we're going to start with. If you want to do something other than zodiac sign, your chance to Blackboard message me. But as you lay this down and you draw over the top, what you are going to get is a ghost image of the dog, of course, but it'll be kind of ghosty. And then you'll just draw it. Watch. I have to, well, I don't know if I can prop this. Let me set it down. You're going to see black for a second, and I'm just going to do the eye, I swear. It's in there. Gypsy, the other dog, is snoring a little bit on the couch. It's nice and warm. Famous last words, we have power. Okay, so you can see it got a little darker because I did the eye. And you'd be doing this 6 times because there's 12 slices. 6 of Gael's, 6 of something else. As I slide it by, look, there's the eye. So, and it is like a carbon transfer, and even some of where my fingers went. So you have to clean that up a little bit, and then we'll talk about laying in color, but it is like a paint by number. And you really want to use all that space, and we'll want to have 3 clear values by the time we're done. That can repeat. You don't have to have just 3 sections, but if I had this, you know, I could decide, say this is the yellow one. Maybe that's yellow. Leave this white and put in maybe dark yellow for the spots here, dark yellow for the nose, the lighter yellow for the teeth. Figure it out where you can leave some of the white of the paper. It's gonna be a blast. Look up Saul LeWitt, because he does this. In fact, he makes his artwork, or he did. He would make the directions, and if you wanted a Saul LeWitt, you'd get the kit, and then you'd put it up on your own wall. We're just going to do a circle that's 10 inches across, 5-inch diameter. And the use of the protractor and the use of a measuring device and the compass is key. But if you foul it up, I mean, you got a little bit of paper, it's not that big of a deal. So I will post this YouTube, and I hope to see some of you with good questions like AJ. Zoom in tomorrow. I hope you got power, and I hope it's nice and warm where you are. Over now.